Mr. Orlando Lopez is absent. I've got Dr. Ariel Cruz, absent. Rudy Corona, myself, present. Mr. Frutoso Gomez.
Present.
Ms. Crystal Hernandez.
Present.
Mr. Alex Reina. Mr. Israel Varrial III.
Present.
Mr. Fred Perez.
Present.
Superintendent. And Mr. Tony Torres, school attorney. Mr. Torres. Thank you. 1.2, public comment. We have no public comment, so we'll move on to 2.1. Mr. Perez.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first town hall meeting for our strategic planning. This will be a 5-year strategic plan that we will be working on. For those of you that have been with the district for several years, we were on a 5-year strategic plan, and it ended in 2021, so we're here to go another 5-year plan. In a bit, I'll ask Ms. Cornett to come up and present some of the information. We started this a couple of weeks ago with a survey to the public, to our parents, to our teachers. We had a good amount of people that participated. And really the purpose of this meeting is to start off the planning process. This will take some time. It's not going to be done in one meeting. But really it's for us as a group, as a district, as a community to come together and envision where we're going at, the direction we're going at, and where we see ourselves in 5 years, what our goals are at. I've always said, and I said this to the board, if we set a goal, it's a lot easier to obtain. We have something we're shooting for. So, and I have high expectations. Our administrators know, we hear it all the time. My goal for this district is that we're going to be an A district, you know, so, and that's, it takes a lot of work. We know what needs to be done. We know the areas we need to work on, but this way we open it up to our community to voice their opinions. You know, there's things that I think about all the time that I think we need to improve. There might be something that you think that I haven't thought of. So that's what this is for. So we really want this opportunity for everybody to voice their opinion, to voice their concerns, to maybe even come up with solutions that we haven't thought about. So there's a lot to do, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mrs. Cornett for this presentation of the survey. And then we will have Dr. Gilcrease and Dr. Vitari. They're going to lead us. They are from OKC. They're going to lead us on the process of the strategic planning and kind of walk us through the next couple of months on creating this plan. So go ahead, Ms. Cornett.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Do I need Spanish? Buenas tardes. Bienvenidos. I'm going to have to translate in Spanish? No? Okay. So if you can go ahead and move on. So the district sent out a survey to all stakeholders. We had a total of 392 responses, and 72% of our responses were from parents and guardians. Okay. 16% were from teachers, and then you can kind of see it was a variety of folks, of stakeholders, but the majority of our feedback was from our parents. So the communities, we asked, how satisfied are you with San Benito CISD? And as you can see that the majority, 32 to 34, so we have a total of 66% of folks who responded are satisfied, either very satisfied or satisfied with the district overall. So it's a testament to the work that our employees do and Mr. Perez's leadership. We also asked, what do you consider our strengths? And so they were able to select more than one, but it was very clear that the majority, over 60% of our stakeholders, believe that our extracurricular activities, what we offer to our students, is a strength. And then the second highest at 50% was academics. We asked what are our needs. Again, all stakeholders responded. CTE was an area that they felt there was a need. Also academics. Although they felt that these things were good in our district or we were doing really well, they still see potential for refinement and growth. And so that concludes just an overall overview of the responses that we received, and that should guide our work as we move forward. Okay. Any questions? No? Thank you.
And part of the survey, if those of you that took it also noticed, we were able to get information from parents that want to participate. So even if the parent wasn't able to make it today, we will continue to reach out to them as we break off into committees and subcommittees and try to get more involvement with them. But I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Luis Gonzalez, and he will introduce our next section.
Good evening, everyone. ¿Están aquí alguien que necesita información en español? Okay. So, again, thank you. My name is Luis Gonzalez, and I serve as the Director of Public Relations for San Benito CISD. Welcome guests, the parents, and members of our community, and, of course, our administrators and staff that work across our district. So at this time, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get to work, because I know that we're sacrificing our Thursday evening, and I thank you for that. So we're going to start getting to the heart of it. And so what we're going to do now, if I can have a show of hands of the parents we have here and community members, if you could please raise your hand or please stand so that we have a number and we know exactly what next steps are going to be. So can you please stand if you're community members, parents, non-employees? Yeah. Okay. Any members in the back? No? Okay. So everyone else is a district employee? Is that correct? Okay. Are you here in the capacity of a district employee or as a parent or as a community member if you do work for the district, that you're not an administrator? No? Parent. Okay. All right. So we have 1, 2, okay, 3. Okay. So we have 3 parents. So we're going to go ahead and break up into, I would suggest, 5 groups. Okay, we're going to break up into 5 groups. So we're going to go ahead and do a numbering off system, and then we're going to start moving into those groups. So we'll be counting off. Remember the number, just like we're in class when they number you off. So we're going to go ahead and number, and we have 4 members, so we'll break up. So at this time, if I can have one parent, and that's Mr. Barrera walked in. So Mr. Barrera, welcome. Mr. Barrera, you're going to be in group number 1. So you'll be in this group right here. This will designate as group number 1. So if you can go ahead and move over here. Thank you, Mr. Barrera. You walked in just in time. Parent number 2. We have parent number 2. Correct? Okay, if we can move to this table here, you'll be in group, this will be group number 2. And then we have parent number 4, or 3, and parent number 3. If you can go ahead and stay in that table, that's fine. You can stay there. And we had another parent, number 4. Nope. Okay, so we're going to have group number 4 here, and then we'll have group number 5 here. So I'm going to go ahead and number everyone off, and then we'll start moving into those groups. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So we're going to start with Erica. Erica, 1, 5. 5.
1, 2, 5.
Okay. 3. 5.
1.
3. And then we're going to move all the way down here, forward. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and we have another group. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay? So we have another parent that's joined us. Mr. Hernandez, thank you. Mr. Hernandez, we're going to assign you to group number 4. We have another parent as well? Okay. Mr. Hernandez, if you can join us in group number 5. You walked in just in time as well. Okay, so let's shift. So now we'll have, and we can do it orderly, we can have number 1s over here, number 2s, number 3, number 4, and number 5. You can move to. You can go to group number. You can go to group number 4.
4?
Yeah, it's right there in that group there.
Yeah, I'm going to be with you. Fred told me I'm going to be with you.
I didn't even. Oh, I can't be. We can't be in a group.
Yo no voy con él. So I go to a group?
SOT will not be in a group. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, if we have new visitors coming in, we can go ahead and assign. If you can assign,
Yes.
put them in group either 5 or 4, or now we can start with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 as you're coming in. Is there anyone that does not have a number? Okay, I think we're ready now for instructions. And so in front of you, you do have Post-it paper. You have some markers. And we allow the doctor to go ahead and give us the instructions, and then we'll proceed. So, sir, the mic is yours. Welcome to Sam Needham.
Yes, thank you. So just so you know, they keep using that word doctor. Dr. Gilcrease retired. I'm just Buck, okay? So I spent 17 and a half years in the superintendency in my career, and so whatever sins I've committed in this life and past lives, I have more than made up for, right? And I usually introduce myself as a recovering superintendent. So anyway, we're so thankful that you are here tonight. We're so grateful for your participation in these conversations. This is going to be an opportunity for you to put some things down on paper that we want to look at and listen to and hear to make sure that as we go forward in this process of strategic planning, we know that the school district belongs to the community, right? And so we want the community's input, impact into what it is that's important. I'm here with Mimi. She also is a retired doctor, but now she's just Mimi, right? So, and so we're here to help you. So here's your instructions on you can write it all on the notepad. Somebody can take notes first and then write it. I really like it if you could just write the words on the notepad, on the big sheet, so when we put it, because we're going to put them up on the walls. But your first conversation is this. It is in 2 areas, two things, but in 3 areas. So we're going to talk about the student, faculty and staff, and then the community. And under those 3 areas, I want you to tell me what's the greatest benefit that the school district provides to the student, to the staff, and then to the stakeholders, to the community. And then the second column is what's a benefit that's missing to the students, the staff, and the community. Everybody understand? It is Thursday night, and there is a football game on later tonight, so I'm going to be pushing you guys to keep moving, right? So we can get out of here, because you don't want to overthink this. Your first instinct's usually the right instinct. Students, staff, stakeholders, their community, and then underneath there, what's the greatest benefit that the district provides for each of those, and then what's a benefit that is not there right now that we can see, okay? About 10 minutes, all right? This is the part we all talk to each other. Oh, yeah. And there are snacks over here if you need them to help you think. So feel free to go get them. All right, here we go. Here we go. Are we ready? Are y'all good? Y'all are ready? Okay. There you go. Okay, here we go. All right. If I get everybody's attention, that's a difficult exercise, isn't it? To take, and you saw the number of people that you had in your groups, and then think about how many people you have across your community, and just having these conversations. But that's what it's about, folks. Is you got to start getting a little granular in your thought to see. It's more than just, we're very proud of this. It's something that gives a benefit back, right? But it's also more than, you know what, it would be really cool if, but it's something that you have to look at that is a benefit. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to start with this group, and you'll have to pick somebody to be your speaker. So, wait, she left? They're all pointing over there where somebody's in line. So we'll go to this group. We'll go to this group. We have a volunteer. All right, so here's the instructions, is to just under each one, if you can just tell us what your one or two things that you circled. So, all right.
Okay. Thank you. My name is Ms. Okumares. We do have an awesome group. We have parents here, so we're very happy to hear their input, and we're thankful. We do have a lot of representative as administration and then also directors. Yes, only the circles. Okay, so for students, our greatest benefits, after talking with our group, we did decide on the pre-K3 program. It has been successful. We do have parents right now that currently have their child here. They're grateful for the opportunity, and they're thankful, and their child is learning socially. So we are... that's one of the benefits for San Benito CISD. Another benefit we decided was the extracurricular activities that our district does offer. And this does encompass what happens during the day as well as our after-school programs, which can include fine arts, athletics, different student organizations, National Honor Society, Student Council, and so on. So those are our two for students. On the area of lacking, as for students, we do feel students are lacking parental participation. We are happy to see our parents definitely at our luncheons. We have the parent involvement. Now we would just like more of a partnership to assist them academically. Next, experiences and field trips. So we would like to provide more of those opportunities for our students to go out into the world where they can experience different real-world experiences, field lessons, and so forth. For employees, benefit, we are very proud to be a TIA district. We're proud of our teachers, and we are happy that many qualify and receive their distinctions. So we feel that's a very big benefit of our district. And then, of course, we are very thankful for our mini breaks. So that is definitely one that we cannot do without. So thank you to our district. We are lacking. So something that we have been seeing occur definitely past COVID, and as we continue to move forward, is we are seeing more behaviors that do need to be addressed. So we do feel we are lacking help with behavior strategies, behavior trainings to assist our teachers and administration to help get to the root cause of behaviors. Another lacking area would be compensation, right? Everybody always wants more, so compensation definitely compared to neighboring districts. Okay, next we have one more, right? Last one. Community. Okay, community benefits. We are very fortunate to offer the optional flex school day that we were just told. So we are very fortunate. We also have a parent that is grateful for that opportunity and to help students that may not be able to attend school due to medical or other reasons, and we can still offer them attendance for that component. And then another benefit that we are very proud of to be a part is our after-school program. This does provide a great resource for our students at all campuses where they're able to work on homework help, and then it does involve them in extracurricular social skills, and it does help tremendously. So that is a huge benefit that we feel for our community. Lacking, our parents would want more involvement, so we do feel there can be more parent activities, involvement for our parents, perhaps GED classes, night classes, more resources provided for our parents, parenting classes and so forth, not just where they can reach outside to organizations like in Brownsville or other organizations that we offer, but something that we can offer in-house in the district. That's it. Thank you. No, there you go.
I can't walk. Okay, with group one, we were looking at the students, and the benefits we came up was the after-school program, the ACE program, as well as our CTE department. We do have, multiple pathways that the kids can do, so we've got some good things going there. Missing is academic consistency as well as our CCMR part. Even though we are doing a lot with the CTE, we're not having all the other success with TSI and the dual and all that to get those other points out there. For staff, the benefit, providing single health coverage, and that does help on decreasing those with families also. And then the school calendar, which again comes down to the mini breaks, the days we have off, and our learning days, things we've got built into there. Missing, again, academic consistency. When you come in at the beginning of the school year, hopefully you know what they told you at the end of the year, what you were doing so that you've prepared all summer, and you come in, and that's actually maybe what you are going to teach. Doesn't happen all the time. And then technology. Again, our equipment is getting old. It's falling. Some of it is literally falling apart. So we do need to have some upgrades. Yes, we've got some technology in the classrooms, but like the smart boards that were all the rage, the bulbs are blowing out now or going out, and can't get new bulbs for the projector. So it's one of these. It's like technology is the problem. In the community, our safety, and also the fact that we go out of our way to embrace the culture that we have. So that's a really big thing with the community. As far as missing, we need more. We need to work better with the city to help with the economic community development so that we can get an industry base in here. We don't have anything, especially to justify the property values they're giving us. And then the other thing is we need parenting classes with like dad support also, for the ones that, they don't know how to be a dad. We've got grandparents raising the kids, so it's like, that's where we came up with ours.
All right.
So on the first one for student, we chose that we have really high quality certification programs, but for our benefits missing, we chose early exposure to pathways. One of the things that was mentioned was, for instance, with the phlebotomy program, a student went into the phlebotomy program, they did the theoretical, but then when they got to the practical, they saw blood and they fainted. So if we were to give them opportunities earlier on to practical applications to really give them a better idea of what is out there and give them more time to choose, that would be beneficial. And then another thing that was suggested would be credit recovery opportunities after school for CCMR certifications or during the summer, so that maybe if something happened to you that semester, you got sick or there was an emergency, you could go back and fill in that gap that's missing. For faculty, but that we have really good PD opportunities. A benefit missing, one of the things we said was mentorship opportunities. Some of the times we're lacking enough people that are TEA certified, but meet the TEA requirements because we have a lot of new people. We had that occasion with a principal certification on our campus and with a couple of other things. So if we were able to increase that so the people that wanted to grow could. And then for community, we said that we have a really awesome FACE department and community unity and pride. We felt we could do more community events and do more things to get parental involvement up. And as somebody else mentioned, cultivating a relationship with parents, not in a partnership, not just on the fun things, but through all the things. And gear up all the way. It's a
Good evening, everyone. So for benefits on our students, we believe that students here in San Benito have so many opportunities, whether they're going into sports, extracurriculars, or academics. They have dual enrollment, so they just have so many opportunities. But what's missing is a little bit more alignment with the fine arts program, especially at the elementary level. All the elementaries are on different pace, so we would like to get everybody on the same page and then align it through the middle schools all the way to the high schools so that when they get to high school, they're just a lot better prepared. For faculty and staff in benefits, we believe that we are a very resource-rich district. We have so many resources that sometimes we don't know what to do with so many things, but we do get a lot of training also, so that's a good thing. But something that we are lacking, and we heard it already, is that our technology is old. So I know that every time we have a meeting, teachers have to be plugged in because the battery is just not working anymore. So technology is a big need, especially for those laptops, projectors. In the community, we have a very robust parent center. Our FACE department is awesome. I know that no matter what school you go to, you have so many parents there. They're just and they play a big part in what we do. But I think, at least from what we shared here, the community would also like something that's lacking is just a space for them, a nice big space that they could get together, not just at a school, but a space for the whole district to have for parents. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. So I want to start over on the community side. I think San Benito CISD for a long time has been very proud of being, if not the largest, one of the largest employers in San Benito. So we leave a huge impact in our community by way of that. A lot of our employees are actually San Benito graduates, and so we produce our own here all the time. The second benefit there for our community is the after-school program, which provides students not only before school but after school activities, and that helps our parents that have to be somewhere. They got to be at work. They have to do. We have a lot of folks that work blue collar jobs. They got to be there early, stay late, and so that after school program is an enormous benefit to our community as well that our district provides. Over on the student side, we have. I just said it today to parents. Right, sometimes our kids are even safer in our buildings and our schools than they are at home. So we are very proud of the safety, the measures that we've taken to make our buildings as safe as they possibly can be. Not only the buildings, but the personnel. It's like I told parents, how many are all trained in helping a kid that's choking? How many are all trained in stopping a bleed? How many are all trained? And none of them raise their hands, right? Because those are things that we are all trained in. We take a great, great sense of pride in making sure that we have a high degree of safety in our schools and making our kids feel safe every single day that they can come to our campuses. And then we kind of circled all over the place over here with our curriculum components, but obviously, we provide opportunities very similar to what the last group said, opportunities in dual enrollment, special ed services, extracurriculars, and dual language that just goes above and beyond in what your traditional academic program can offer as a district. And then lastly, here in our faculty staff center area, we have a zero buy-in healthcare plan that our employees get to reap the benefits of. And then just like the last group said, resources. We are a very resource-rich district. We have resources for academics, for accruing credits, for all these different areas. So we're very resource-rich. Where can we stand to grow? Over here on this side, we put post-secondary or after they graduate, follow through, making sure that our kids are going to colleges, making sure that they are entering the careers, their work fields. And then in faculty and staff, I think somebody else mentioned it earlier, raises or compensation, which I think is in general just with inflation up and things like that. And then lastly, in the community side, adult ed and kind of opportunities for them to learn as well. ESL and GED provided by our own district rather than having to rely on a neighboring district for those services.
So it never ceases to shock me that under benefits of any district that we've been to yet, the ability to take a STAR test is not listed. I'm serious. So don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting the fact that it's a state mandated test and we have to do it. But from the local level, the community, the fact that we can teach them how to take a test is not most important. Now, I'm going to say this, that if you do all of these things that you just talked about as benefits for your students, taking that test is just going to be one of the things, right? It'll be fine. And so, in my opinion, you got to put that test where it belongs, which is in the back seat, because the rest of this stuff is more important. And then once you take care of the rest of this stuff, the stuff in the back seat goes with you, right? If you see how that works, it's just right there with you. The other piece of this that struck me, listening to your conversation, is that you guys take care of your kids. Did y'all hear that? You guys take care of your students, and you cannot believe how important that is. We work with some districts. They will remain nameless. We won't say who they are. But in some of these conversations, the kids really don't come up. The honest truth. It seems to be more about the adults than it does about the students. So listening to you guys tonight kind of gave me a little chill, honestly, because you guys definitely have your kids, your students at your focus. And they are, right, they're the number one stakeholder in your group. So, in Texas, and you guys reflect this, but in Texas, 70% of the population in Texas does not have school-age children. You ever thought about that? 70% does not have school-age children. I am one of those. I do not have a school-age child. And I'm not saying he's off the payroll yet, but I do not have a school-age child. And so, here's the thing, listening to your conversations about the community. Do you know when I hear from my school? Yeah. Every October I hear from my school when they send me my tax bill. That's when I hear from them, right? And so I would love to hear more about what's going on with kids and things other than just getting that pink bill in the mail, right? And so I heard that the idea is about offering things for the community to bring them in, to get them to be more a part. Man, that's awesome. All right. This is the last activity that we're going to do. And this is going to be working in your groups for about 10 minutes, and you're just going to write these down, and we're not going to report these out, right? We're going to write these down. So if you can get another sheet, a clean sheet of this. But out of all the things that you heard in that previous exercise, and it can be from any group, it doesn't have to be from your group if you want to have the conversation. But if you were the superintendent or you were the school board sitting where you are, what is one thing that you would stop doing immediately? What's one thing that you would start doing immediately? And what's one thing that you definitely think you should continue doing as a district? You hear me? What are we going to stop? What are we going to start? And what are we going to continue? And I say this, that we're not going to report these out. These are going to go to the superintendent and his leadership team. But we want to hear what you have to say. What are you going to stop? What are you going to start? And what should you definitely continue? Yeah. Well, you can, or we can. All right, about 1 more minute. Wrap it up. 1 more minute. Are we good? Everybody good? Everybody finished? Okay. All right. I will express my thanks to you tonight for coming and being a part of this. We appreciate it. You have given the district a great foundation to start this strategic plan. At this time, I believe you guys need to close out a board meeting and then.
Thank you. And I want to thank everybody again for being here. I know it's a process. Again, administrators, thank you for being here, for going the extra mile. Mr. Monreal, thank you for hosting us. We really do appreciate it. We love your cafeteria. Always love your campus. But, you know, I know tomorrow our SLT meeting, we will have a meeting to go over some of this information. We will be putting out next steps. I will be presenting to the board our next steps. But again, I just wanted to thank everybody for being here, and parents that are here, thank you for coming and being part of our process. So, thank you.
So it's 6:49. Y'all can make the game right now. And do I have a motion to go into the
Motion.
Ms. Hernandez, second. Mr. Reina. So thank you all for coming once again. Y'all have a nice evening. All in favor? I'm sorry. All in favor, raise your hand. I'm anxious to go see the game. Sorry, guys. Y'all have a nice evening.
Thank you all so much. You did a great job, and we commend you on what you're here tonight. Appreciate it.